Hey, you made it. Welcome. How you doing? It's me, Rob Brown, R-O-B. You know me. Brown, spelled like the color. And also, if you want to make it official, T-H-E, the Rob Brown. Yeah, that's right. It's me. I'm in a newer part of my room. This is my bed. So, a little uncomfortable for me because I feel like I'm officially really back in like the college dorm room because I am talking on my bed and I've got this big thing behind me with some dope-ass lights. Hopefully it looks really cool here because it looked cool to me. And it is a great Saturday from when I'm recording right now. I just finished up a great day with my family. So, my family, it's me, my older sister, and my younger brother. I've talked about my younger brother before, but today, and my mom and dad, of course, but we played Uno, and I wanted to get right to this because I thought I was good at Uno until I played today. Like, no, hear me out. You have those days where, like, you're on fire with Uno, and if you don't know what Uno is, bro, you are living under a rock because it's the game that everyone shows with the reverse card, the +4, the +2, but how do you, the big question is, how do you play Uno? Because how my brother plays, you're allowed to stack cards and you're allowed to stack colors. So the whole name of the game is to get all of your cards. So you have 7 cards. I like how I hold 4, but this is how I hold my cards. You have 7 cards, and the big point is that you could play a card if it matches the color or if it matches the number. And also you can change it by doing a wild card, which could be a +4. It could be just a random blank card, or it could just be a swap card. So that's the way that we played, because there was a specific card in there that where if you play it, you can say, it's blue, and also I get your cards, which means for the people who have less cards, you could swap with them. So if someone says like, Uno, I have 1 card left, you could take their card. Isn't that sick? But today I played, and I thought I was going to be good. I thought I was going to win like at least a couple of games, be the silent person, know that I'm working well, but I definitely was. I have a horrible poker face. I don't like gambling, so I don't do the whole gambling face where you have to really like not say what you have, but then you work with what you have, and then you play it, and then there's also +2, so then you're supposed to play like the heavier cards in the beginning, and I wasn't playing the heavier cards in the beginning. So like my brother beat me twice, Katie won. I don't think me, my mom, or my dad won. I don't know, but I had fun, and it wasn't that. So people who do play Uno, you definitely get into like family. That's the big thing. You get into family arguments when you play Uno. Not us this time, because like, here's another thing that you can do with Uno, because there's different ways of playing. The stacking of the cards, that makes the game go faster. The stacking of the numbers, that makes the game go faster. But how my family plays is if you are left with cards, you like add up the numbers at the end. So then the true winner at the end is not the amount of times that you've won, but the less amount of points that you have at the end. Yes, that's right. So you could be playing an all-nighter of Uno, and you could be having like maybe a couple 3 to 4 good games, and then all of a sudden, if you lost all the other times and you had a wild card and you had a +2 and you had an Uno reverse, and that equals to like 60 points, but then you also had like 2 9s, and then that also adds another 18 points. So then you're up to like 78 points. So if you have rounds where you like have 100 points, you're screwed. You're fucked. It's over. So that's how we play. But we didn't play with the point system today, so that was a big happiness that didn't happen, because I was not doing good. I wonder, like, because I mean, I have had the situation of where people get into arguments during Uno. I like using Uno as a way to really get under people's skin. If you don't enjoy the people that you're playing, just don't say what type of card you have and just let them talk. Bang, bang, bang. You get them out and play however you want to play. Because, like, the people who stack cards, oh, baby, you can get banged. You can get it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, so, for instance, if you're playing against, like, just one person, you could do this, where you just rapid fire it, where you go reverse back to me, because then you hit the reverse card. The reverse card means that you're switching it to the other way, because, when you play a card game, you go around a specific way, like, it's me, and then it's this person on the right. So then you go, oh no, reverse, now it's the person on the left. But if it's 1v1, reverse back to me, so then it's my turn again, reverse back to me, block you, so then it's my turn again. You're blocking them out from playing the game. That's when I like playing Uno, because then it's a true, like, moment of, like, they can't do anything. But when it's like a whole, like, family, you can't work that out. The only way that you can do that is if no one else has a card that works with what you're doing. And when you're playing up to 5 people like we were, oh yeah, there are other cards that you can play. So that didn't work. But, I mean, all the other different ways of Uno. I used to play Uno. Did anyone play Uno on their phone? I played Uno on my phone when like the games were just getting... When did the games become like a thing on the iPhone? Like 2015? 2015, I think? Because, like, that was the new way of talking to girls in high school. Oh my God, dude. You got to play them in pool. You got to play them in cup pong. You got to play them in... I was playing people in Uno and beating them and thinking that I was sick. Little did I know. You get left... Do you imagine that? Like, you're trying to talk to someone and they're just like, Uno. Reverse back to me. Block you. That's how I used to be. It would be like, so, like, what's your favorite? And I'm like, Uno out. Uno. Bang, 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 bang. Reverse card. Block. +2. Like how I'm just, you get a +2. You get a +2. Just like Oprah. Oh, Oprah. I wonder if does Oprah, not to sidetrack from Uno and all the iPhone games. We'll get back to that, but this is another question. What happened to Oprah's? Oprah used to have like a dynasty where she had her own channel, her own show, her own magazine. She should. I hope she has her own streaming service at this point, but I don't think she does. But the iPhone games I used to play were, Battleship, because Battleship can take up multiple days. That's what I liked about the iPhone games, because the iPhone games you can do. I'm not good at cup pong because I'm here. Like, hear me out. Like, my screen, not that great, because like I got a cracked screen on my iPhone. It's not gonna work. It never works out. And also my finger, I can't do, because like you could do the thumb, but then sometimes if you're pressing too hard on the screen, all of a sudden your finger's not fully going with it. So it's like you're learning how to do the Wii, but on your phone. Never worked. Never really worked for me. Pool, though, I like some good pool on the phone. I'm not one of those people to like hold my phone like right at my eye so that I'm trying to angle it out. No, like I use there's like these two little things. When you're going to hit a ball, you could see like, okay, it's going to go in that angle. It's going to go in that angle. Really wish we had that in real life, but you can't. Isn't that funny? Usually the people who are really good at the sport on the video game are dog shit in real person. Sorry, I'm cursing so much on this podcast. I try not to curse. I don't know why I don't curse, but it's good and it's bad, and it's, I try not to curse because, like, I don't know. It's weird. Like, to me, it's weird because, like, I don't want to curse by myself, It's like, yeah, fuck, yeah. I feel like a middle schooler who just learned how to curse when I'm doing stuff like this. You know? Because on the air, when I worked at the radio station, it was all about like how you can get around what you were saying or what you weren't saying or anything like that of curse words. You could say specific stuff, but you couldn't say like the F word, like fuck. You couldn't say bitch. Well, you could say bitch. Bitch was the one where it was like, yeah, bitchin'. Yeah, like, it was like, what's his face from, yo, bitch from Breaking Bad. Jesse. Yeah, Jesse from Breaking Bad. I didn't watch it. Don't get mad at me. I didn't watch it. I'm not even going to say it's on my list. It's not. It's not on my list. You like, isn't that funny? People, like, that's another thing that people talk about, like, oh, it's on my list. Like, what list? Like, do you actually have a list of movies and an actual list of TV shows, or is that just something in your head where you're like, huh? Because if I whipped out a piece of paper and I was like, oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch Breaking Bad. Thank you. That's a great suggestion. I don't know if people would take me seriously if I did that. You know? I don't think so. I mean, I carry around like a little notepad with me to hold the schedule and stuff, but I don't think I would really go around and be like, yeah, you know, here's my list of movies. I'll look like Steve Rogers in that one movie where he's learning about everything afterwards. Like, who had to be the person to show Steve Rogers 9/11? Holy shit. So, Steve, Captain America, there was these 2 towers, and then they were gone. Like, he had to learn about that. He had to. There's no way that they were like, yeah, by the way, Steve, you know, we're at war in Iraq because of this. And he's like, what? Jeez, Steve Rogers. But that's what I look like. I have a little piece of paper. I don't write the movies and TV shows on it, but that's also something of when you're like talking to someone or, you know, catching up with someone. Oh, I haven't seen that. That's on my list. Do you have a list? Like, because like I don't have a list. I say that I do, but I don't because come on, guys. You're trying to hold the conversation. I don't want to be like, no, I haven't seen that movie. You know, like, no, I haven't seen it, and I don't plan on really watching it. I don't really care. You can't be too, like, I like being blunt with people, but you can't be too blunt. Just like Uno. Not really. You might see me on the video, like, patting my hair down because I have a nice head of hair, but I don't know how to do it without, like, the hair with the headphones. It's a little weird, but I want to hear myself in the headphones so that I know that everything is going well, everything is going good, because I am also producer of the podcast. There is no one behind the camera that is helping me. It is me, myself, and I, which is a big inspiration. You can do anything yourself. It doesn't matter. You don't need a group of people to do it. Literally just do it today. Do it now. Figure out how you're going to do something that day. But we'll get there. Anyway, I was watching back the video of me doing my little ice bath in my foot, and looks like I have a massive bald spot. And I'm like, oh, when I watched it, because I'm not balding. And then the headphones make me look like bald, because it's parting my hair in a weird way, because there's a part of the, I'm not going to explain, because then it's going to become a whole thing, like, is he actually balding? Oh my God, is Rob Brown balding? Oh my God, Rob Brown. I remember when he had a full head of hair. Now he's balding. Oh my God. I'm not. But I want to wear the headphones, is what I'm saying. That's why a lot of times I'll wear like a hat or something, because I don't like it's also a part of my thing. I like dressing up for stuff like this, even though I am not really dressed up for this part of the podcast. But it's because I want to change things up and have fun, you know? I want to wear outfits for some, and then like have like a chill moment in the middle of it. So that's what I'm doing here. Having a little chill moment right here. Yeah. That One podcast is sponsored by a couple of PSAs. Don't vape, eat grapes. Has anyone figured out that their algorithm or their feed is just making better decisions than you? Hear me out. I'm saying this because, like, on Instagram, there's so much that's going on. Maybe you're getting stuff from, like, the favorite sport that you watch, the celebrity that you like too many reels of. There's so many things. I mean, I know people that technically watch shows through reels. Isn't that insane? So, like, it's not like all of a sudden, like, wait for part 3 and then you flip through the next thing. No, it's literally like that episode came out and then that is the thing that they are just watching on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, maybe Facebook, maybe even Twitter. I don't know. I don't have X because I already have too many social medias. I spend so much time on Instagram. That is mine that I spend my time on. I say that because I feel like there's like the one that everyone is on, like the most. Because like the other ones, like you're checking. Like, for instance, like people would check Facebook and then maybe they'll check X. It's like to see a different opinion. That's how I feel about it. But to me, it just takes up so much of your time because like you'll like something and then all of a sudden you're getting a flood of that thing over and over and over again. Like I got tons of pro wrestling feed on there. Like you can spend your entire day on that app. Isn't that crazy? Like, and now people use it to get famous. Like it used to be like, oh, I want to go on TV and I want to go on this specific TV channel, or I want to be on the cover of this magazine, or like, for instance, a big thing for rappers back in the day was to be on the Freshman XXL. Now it's like to be co-signed by other people. What the hell is going on here? Sorry. My camera is like bugging out. But it's because I got it at a cool-ass angle. So that's for all the listeners. I have it like a specific like rap type of vibe where I got the fisheye lens and I am looking down at it. I think it's super dope. Anyway, but XXL used to have the freshman class, and now the freshman class doesn't mean anything because you instead want to be co-signed by someone by them putting you maybe on their Instagram, and co-sign means like, I really like this person, but I'm not going to give them any money, but you guys can check them out. So it's weird. No longer getting TV famous. People want to get internet famous. Like for me, I don't want to get internet famous. I'd rather be known for the stuff that I'm doing, you know, like creating art outside of social media. I want people to look away from their phones, even though you're looking at me on your phone. It's weird to explain, but I want to do this live is what I'm saying. I'd rather perform live in front of people than doing something like this because I want it to be fun. I want stuff to be fun. Look at this weird reaction that's happening here. Let's take it away from there. Hopefully it does it a little bit better. But I'm trying stuff out here, people. I want to be different when it comes to podcasting. I don't want it to be me sitting there and going, so, yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed this part, and also, I think this sports team is gonna win. Like, I don't know. I you know, like if the NFL schedule comes, oh, geez, Louise, look at this. We're gonna put you on a different, jeez, what is going on here? My camera freaking out right now. That's what it looks like. Anyway, we'll try it again. We're going to try this again. Anyway. So, but that's the thing. I think about this stuff Because then, what if? Oh my God, what if? Oh my gosh, if people don't like what I'm doing, or if the camera angle is too bad, like it's overthinking so much when everything, like for instance, a podcast is supposed to be just a conversation. For instance, I use this as a way to communicate with people that I haven't seen in a while. How are you? And if I haven't seen you in a while, what's up? Dude, how are you? Like seriously. Life is crazy nowadays. Everybody says that life is crazy or how times are always crazy. You know? What are crazy about your times right now? You know? Mine is overthinking social media. You know? I don't want to be known as like this, because it's weird. It's weird because then like people will come up to me and be like, "Oh, have you seen this comedian?" Because like I know, because like, oh man, like I know you do stand-up comedy. Have you seen this comedian? And it's like I'll lie most of the time. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, sure, absolutely, I've seen this guy." I haven't. No, I haven't. But it's because I want to connect with you, not connect with the comedian, but connect with what I'm doing. I want you guys to understand the type of art that I'm doing here. Look at me sounding like an artist. But it's better. It's better to be not on that social media because like man, dude, consuming it takes up so much. And I know it's supposed to do that, but I believe the term of famous has become different now. You know, like everybody wants to have that moment. It came from reality TV. It came from, you know, I mean, it used to be reality TV where people would overreact to things just so they can be on TV. And then you're like, oh my God, that person's toxic. But then you follow them anyway on social media, and now it's that, like, you can be the craziest, wackiest person on social media, and that's why people say selling their soul. You're not really selling anything. It's just you're being ridiculous. You're selling the ridiculousness of what you're doing. So, like, I wonder how their family members feel about the situation. They probably don't like it, but it's whatever, you know? What do you consume by? What type of weird thing are you connecting with right now? Is it a weird bodybuilder? Is it a weird person? Is it a weird thing? Is it me? Might be. It's okay. Because, like, I think about that. I think about if people from my high school think that. But that's okay if they do, you know? Because maybe they're not going for their dreams. Excuse me. Sorry, I was wiping my nose there. Maybe they're not going for their dreams, and I don't want them to... They can judge. It doesn't matter. But to me, I'd rather you go for something. You know? Like, that's what you got to do. And if it feels weird to post it, believe me, I know it feels weird to post it. It's like I'm posting a 1v1 conversation with someone. Not even. It's just me. It's like me talking to myself like, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you? That's the end of that. Oh, man. It's just deciphering what life is, you know? Because I don't... Dear God, do I not want to have an iPad kid. So many people out there have iPad kids now, and I see it, and it's like, I understand that the troubling part of, like, where kids are no longer screaming and in areas and stuff, but the socialness of kids is going to disappear. The socialness of life is going to disappear. I see it at other places. Self-checkout at McDonald's now? Are you serious? McDonald's? Like, I used to talk to the people. I mean, I'm weird when it comes to, like, talking to people. I love doing it. But, man, it's just so interesting why that's gone now. How could it be gone? It's easier. People want to get there to their things faster. I understand it's fast food, but, like, it could be fast conversation as well. Is that on your algorithm? It's not on mine. I mean, you can also get the random videos and such. it's funny to see what the weird part of people's algorithm is. Maybe it's people falling downstairs. I've seen that before, where I had people showing me like old people falling downstairs, and they'd be like, "Isn't this hilarious?" I'd be like, I mean, I guess, but if it's funny to them, it's funny to them, you know? Social media, man. Do I feel weird that I'm posting so much? Yeah. It's all about who might see it, though. That's why I post. Who might see it? You never know. And also, I want to show, like, what I'm doing, what my life is. It's not about being like, oh my God, like this video and I'll give you $1 million. Believe me, I don't have $1 million. I have a camera that's freaking out right now while I'm doing stuff. So for the audio listener, you are getting some hype content right now, because you don't have a camera giving you all this like epileptic type of stuff. I feel bad for the people who might not like little like crazy stuff, because that is going to be on the actual video. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You work with what you have. That's the best way to put it. You work with what you have. I'm working with what I have. This camera is from Amazon. The filter is from Amazon. My microphone's from Amazon. I created my own studio because you got to. In life now. You know, like, I'm learning there's a lot more gatekeeping in this world than I thought there would be. Gatekeeping in stand-up, gatekeeping in jobs, gatekeeping in... And what gatekeeping is that you see the opportunity. This is like, here, I used to describe like trying out stuff and going to the basketball court and just bouncing the basketball outside of the basketball court. Now it's like you're bouncing in the basketball court and they see how well you're doing. And you're doing so well. Then all of a sudden, they close the cage on you. And they're like, yeah, we like what you're doing, but you got to make this amount of shots before you can come play with us. And it's like, well, you haven't seen the practice that I was doing. Practice? You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't seen the practice of what I was doing, or this, or like that, or jealousy. It's upsetting. Do you have anyone in your life that's jealous of what you're doing? Envy? It's just so interesting. Why do people gatekeep is my question. Maybe to feel better about themselves, I guess. Jeez, look at this thing. It's going insane. Hopefully I could fix it somehow, some way when the actual video comes out, but that's okay if I can't. If people don't like flashy things, I'll put a notice in the thing so you don't go through hell while you're watching my video. Because I'm just trying to provide entertainment. That's all. You know, on this beautiful Tuesday. And I like posting multiple podcasts during the week because I worked in a radio station where they broadcasted every single day. And every single day, meaning like 5 days a week, was talk, and then starting from 7 p.m. on Fridays until literally 5:30 in the morning on Mondays, they do music. I don't remember when they transitioned from music to talk. But I was in an environment where everything was, you wake up that day, you are broadcasting. You know, you're talking about what's going on. And now, when you go into the podcast world, you can do one episode a week. And to me, I want to do more. I want to do more where I'm able to do 2 podcasts a week, and you add more things to it, like, you know, fun ad reads or doing ice bucket challenges with only my foot, you know, like that's different. And that's what I want to do. So if you feel like that you can't be different or you can't be who you want to be in life, something is holding you back, because you can. And I want you to figure out what that is. Because to me, mine was, I thought I was weird. I thought all the things that I do is different from everyone, and you know, it made me feel like I was second guessing myself for who I was, like doing all the weird voices that I do, making things into situations and being funny. You know, I always thought that that was something that made me weird, but instead, when you find that it's actually a gift, that from what that thing that makes you different, you, instead of thinking yourself as, you know, one in, let's do the Earth, 1 in 8 billion right now, of, you know, oh my God, I'm 1 in 8 billion, and it's weird, but instead it's 1 in 8 billion of you're one of a kind. And I think you'd rather want to be one of a kind than everybody else. That's what I'm learning. That's why my podcast is different. I got Kill Bill on the side TV. So if people see like, oh, this weird flashy stuff, that's Kill Bill. Not the actual thing here. I wonder why my camera's doing that. I don't know. Definitely because of the angle that I have everything. Maybe it's that. Nope. Oh well. Oh well. I was so second guessing myself last week. Last week was such a different type of way for podcasting. And I say that because, man, I was so in my head. So in my head. I even talked about it in the other episodes, but I want it to be a learning lesson that not every single thing is going to be perfect. I used to try to make everything, I really try to make everything perfect in this podcast, but it's so, you can't do that. You know, I'm learning you can't do that. This is the beginning episodes of what it's becoming. You know, they didn't figure out what Seinfeld or Friends or even Saturday Night Live was in the first episodes. You had to figure out everything. And even though some of those shows aren't still going, but it created a path for something new. And that's kind of what I want to do here, is I want to create a path where it's just, you know, not just a podcast of, hey, you know, how's it going? This is my podcast, and it's sponsored by blah, 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 blah. You know, it's just, who cares? Who cares? Then that makes you one in something when you want to be one of a kind. Damn. I love that. And I hope you do too. Here is another PSA from That One Podcast. Don't drink and drive. Instead, order more chicken thighs. This has been another PSA from That One Podcast. Did anyone see that Stephen Colbert's last show happened? It's so depressing to see what has happened to late night television. They never moved on. It never became anything. I'm so upset. It disappoints me. That whole build-up, that show happened because there was, you know, David Letterman didn't get the Tonight Show. So David Letterman created his own show, Late Show with David Letterman, to face the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. And now that's gone. Jimmy Fallon is just creating TikToks pretty much on the side. He's a content creator at this point. Do you not see his TikToks? Twin, where have you been? And it's like Lin-Manuel Miranda. Nobody knows me. Here, I'll do it in my nobody knows me like you do. It's Jimmy Fallon. I like to do stuff with Jimmy Fallon. I like to hang out with him. Moana. I'm sorry that I'm making fun of him. I'm sorry. But I don't know what, like, late night TV, I talk about it a lot because that was where I wanted to be at this point in my life. I thought I was going to be a head writer of a late night TV show at this point, and geez, is that not happening. Well, it's also because it's different now. Everything is different. Like content is different. Late night TV can't it can't compare to, I don't know, content creators, because there's the content creation changes all the time, where it's like, oh, it's this trend and it's this trend, and you need to be minimalistic, and you have to do this on your podcast, and the Tonight Show can't keep changing itself over and over again. So they stick to one specific thing that everybody can really talk about, even though it's just the one side, and that is politics. And I'm kind of happy that I never really went into that, because I do not like talking about politics. Oh my God. That's something I will hopefully never do on this show, because I don't know anything about it. That's the best way to put it. Jeez Louise, why do you want to come to me for the advice? I'm literally sitting on my bed right now, and why would you come to me to talk? I like talking about it. I don't know anything about the stuff of politics. I don't know exactly what I'm going to be saying or what I'm going to be doing. This is how close I'll get to the politics. Because the politics take up a lot of time. But it's a lot of stuff that I don't specifically know. I don't want to talk about it. You know, there's so much to even talk about it. And then if I say something wrong, it's like, oh my God, I said something wrong. And now I'm getting, feedback from that. And it's just like, ew, I don't need that. I really don't need it. And I feel like not a lot of people here, like, okay. When it comes to comedy, to me, I'm not going to come up to you and be like, hey man, gas prices suck, am I right? You're going to be like, yeah, no shit, pal. That's why I'm here to talk to you and listen to you, Not technically talk to me. I like how I said that. I can't hear you right now. You could be talking to me right now. Hey, how are you? Hopefully you say hey back. If you didn't, why didn't you? That's so weird of you. You just are now just like maybe driving in your car and you didn't even listen back. What the fuck? Doesn't matter if you're in a gym right now. If you're looking at yourself in the mirror, wave hello. Hey. Anyway, it's about that. I want to create fun from like the small things in life, like Uno, or the guy Edwin Diaz, who was a Met and now is on a different, I forget what team he's on now. I don't follow baseball as much anymore because I don't know. I don't know why I don't. But why I follow this is because he's doing cockfighting, man. He's doing some chicken fights. See, that's the type of shit I want to hear about. Because Edwin Diaz was the guy who had the trumpet for the Mets. Like in my head when I was planning this podcast, that's what I was imagining him doing with his chickens. Do you imagine him like traveling with his chickens to a fight? And they're like, oh, great. Here comes the cocks of Edwin Diaz. They're all closers. They have to be at the main event because then that would be the true closer. Edwin Diaz's chickens are coming to fight, not to be eaten, just be destroyed. How do you even train it? Nah, you know what? I don't want to get into the whole cockfighting thing. Cockfighting. Maybe it's cockfighting, dogfighting, like Michael Vick. Jesus Christ, that one's worse. Oh, I remember the days when like the dogs were getting adopted and it would be, woof. It was rough. It was rough during those moments. But see, you try to take those things. Like, I don't want to take politics and be like, you guys see how Trump, what he did? I can't do that because I don't know enough. I don't know enough to do that, Why would I? I mean, I could, but I don't want to be like every other podcast. I don't want to be that, thing where people are like, oh, yeah, like, oh, man, that's great. He's... Yeah, no. I'm listening to my buddy's podcast from college, and he started talking about politics, and he had no idea what he was talking about. He got into his Trump voice, and I like doing the Trump voice, but it's very difficult when you have no idea what he's talking about. Because I used to go on the radio station, and I used to do the Trump, and they would be like, oh, Trump, how do you feel about this? And I'd be like, great. That would be it. That would be it. I would just be like, fantastic. That would be it because I don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to say the wall thing, but I wouldn't do the wall thing. It would just be me just going, you know, that's my Trump as Helen Keller. You can't, I love merging impressions. Merge any character, like Kermit the Frog as Helen Keller. Who would be if Kermit the Frog was Helen Keller, who would the caretaker be? Would it be Fozzie?
Kermit, you can't touch all that stuff. Look, it's water.
That'd be funny. That would be funny to me. But see, like, why talk about all the politics stuff? Why? It's not gonna get us. I mean, like, it can get us places. It can open up minds. It can drive you into new philosophies, but I'd rather talk about philosophy than actual politics. There's people out there, and I'm not saying, like, you can't talk about politics. I'm just saying I'm not going to, because there's people out there who learn about it and watch everything and read everything, and that's what they want. Me, I don't want to be one of those frat dudes, you know, because I was a former frat guy who go up and, you know, read something for a second, like the Edwin Diaz cockfight thing. I only saw a headline about it. I didn't read a lot about it, but it's because I wanted to make jokes about it. Come on. That's fantastic. But that's not what I want to do with politics. You can go in, you could read a headline, and then it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this thing happened. I can't believe it happened. We're all going to die. We all are, but, like, maybe not now. So that's my type of things on my rants about politics, is that, like, guys, please find something that, like, you can enjoy while things are happening, while these crazy times, these insane times we live in, the crazy amount of insane times that we're living in. Oh, man. So, I don't know. I've had fun. I hope you had fun. And because I love doing small rants like that. This is the end of this podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you. And remember to give us a like, give us a subscribe on YouTube, give us a like on Spotify, give us a download on Spotify. Hell, even follow us on Spotify, because it's been real, it's been fun, and I hope I see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.